it's like to feel guilty about the death of a loved one, too. My Uncle Ben.
They weren't ready for us. That much is clear. You're not going to last. Ooh, you should probably see a doctor. Is only an That looks painful. Don't mess with a witch. Trouble now. Just what I needed. Scarlet Witch. Let's try this. Helping hand. You left me no choice. Your actions have consequences. I'd consider another profession if I were you. Chaos consumes you. Was it worth it? I'll put an end to this.
To escape, do whatever it takes to stop it before it departs. We don't have much time. Take down anyone in your path and stop that helicopter.
That's a Roger. Now they're really in trouble. Got your back! You really got a one-track mind. Getting pretty good at that. It's time you see what I'm capable of. So that's how that works. Like they want to try a few more.
Keep it up.
They're not going to like this.
Not bad. Interesting. Ready up. It's over for these guys.
Typical Hydra.
You left me.
That's gonna leave a mark.
I'm on it.
We serve until the end.
They called in some friends.
The helicopter is preparing for takeoff. We still have some time. Make sure you don't ignore it.
some move! Roger that. It's over for you. Here we go. Target confirmed.
For the mother!
Really seem to like me. Not easily distracted, eh?
The helicopter's about to leave. Time is running out. Stop that helicopter.
I'm going in. We'll make good use of this. Looks like you took a hand.
That should help. this coming.
I'm not sure anyone else but you could pull that off.
What's this? Well, that's exciting. On it. Don't mess with me. Take this!
Roger that. It's nice of Lilith to keep restocking the practice dummies for us.
I've got you. Keep it up. I'm not worried. Hope you learned your lesson. I've survived worse. There's more of them on the way.
Keep it up.
That's an interesting technique.
I'm going in. Just the boost I needed. Let's settle this. Sorry, bub. It's over for you. Watch my back!
preparing for takeoff. We still have some time. Make sure you don't ignore it.
I could have made that so much worse. Let's do it! Which arm are you guys again? Arm B? B team? Third string? One more time.
Here we go.
You've grounded the helicopter. Excellent. Now you'll need to clean up the rest of Hydra's forces.
I'm on it.
Tell him who sent you. This shouldn't take too long.
Target confirmed. They're not gonna like this.
And now I see why our enemies fear Captain Marvel.
Hey Hunter, I'm gonna be saying some words about Blaze for the team. We're gathering in the cave right now. Come join us.
Good girl, Charlie.
Hey, thanks for coming, everybody. I know we're all stretched thin at the moment.
We're all here for you, Robbie. We know this is important to you.
But we should move things along. I know what you're all thinking. You thought Blaze was a major league asshole.
Whoa, I thought Professor Xavier was the mind reader, Logan.
Quiet, you. Anyway, Blaze. Yeah, he wasn't nice. But it's not a nice world. And sometimes you gotta be that way to get things done. And he really got a lot of things done. So, you kids remember that. You won't always be so fresh-faced and innocent.
Thanks, Logan. You said it better than I ever could. To be honest, I really struggled with what I was gonna say. Because I used to worship the flaming ground Blaze rode on. And then I met him. And safe to say, I didn't worship him so much anymore. Fairly certain I hated him. Right until he went and sacrificed his life to save mine. Johnny might not have been perfect, but at the end of the day, he was one of us. And I'm glad to have known him. To Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Is that it? Can we go now?
Hey, look who's awake!
Ah, Hunter, I was just admiring the collection. Someone spent a great deal of time piecing this library together. I hope you don't mind me, having a look around.
Of course not, Doctor. The library is an asset to us all.
I see I'm not the only one who's taken an interest in these works. You haven't been getting into anything precarious, I hope?
I've found something on the Abbey grounds that I think you should see.
Oh, sounds mysterious. By all means, lead the way. I typically avoid venturing this far from the Abbey, especially at night. It makes Tony nervous, you see. Not in the "I'm concerned about your personal well-being" doctor sense. I think he's actually more afraid of what might happen to my side of the forge without proper supervision. There's an unsettling air about this place.
This church belonged to a preacher named Hiram Shah. His influence turned Salem against its coven.
A charismatic personality and a fearful populace can do much evil together.
There was more to it than that.
Yes, I suspected as much. Which, to be fair, is a valid concern. And in most cases, I am perfectly content. But I'm sure there's nothing to fear with you by my side, Hunter. You were right to bring this to my attention, Hunter.
We thought it resembled one of your wards of protection.
There's a reason for that. It's the same magic Wanda invoked in her attempts to protect the Sanctum. But what is it that you're chasing out here? These wards aren't something to toy with.
I will not know for sure until I get past this. Is there any way to dispel it?
Unfortunately, no. What good would the wards of protection be if they were so easily broken? But I have been wrong before, at least recently. Do you have any suspicions as to who may have conjured this here?
I think most of us see a ward and assume Doctor Strange is involved.
While wards certainly are my forte, I'm afraid I can't take credit for this particular spell.
The only way I will know for sure is to find a way through to the other side.
I'll think on it and see if I can come up with some way to assist you, Hunter. For now, though, you'll have to be patient. You go on, Hunter. I'd like to study this area a bit more.
Pull up a stool, Hunter. Never too early to get caffeinated. Stark convinced me to put a shot of his new Stark Drive energy drink in my coffee.
Stark Drive?
Sure. It tastes like sweaty gym sock dipped in coffee, but at least it wakes you up. And if we're headed to Transia, I'm gonna need it. This thing could last 24 hours or 24 days. Hard to tell.
This group does not waste time. We will strike at Hydra and Transia quickly, and we will win.
Now there's a real rah-rah spirit I can get behind. I've got no time for long stays overseas. I don't like to pack a toothbrush, and my transient is pretty terrible.
It makes sense that Lilith would go back there. Back to her homeland, that is. Back to the source of her powers.
She's gonna be in for a real nasty shock if she's looking for home. It's not like the old days with the Knights of Wundagore riding around the place. Red Skull and Hydra did a pretty good job of screwing Transia up in every way possible.
The people of Transia are good at heart. There is natural beauty there. We can still save the country from the destruction brought upon it.
We go smash Hydra, and while we're there, we'll plant some trees? Sounds like a plan.
It looks like the others are gathering now in the war room.
Yep, I'll head that way myself. Just need a few more sips of sweaty gym sock. I gotta talk to Stark about getting some new flavors.
Focus, Robbie. Focus.
Oh, I'm focused, Blade.
Point to Transia on the map.
Well, you know what they say about practice, right?
So, how's the whole saving the world thing going? Sometimes, I even impress myself. If this thing behind me turns into a giant gateway to ancient Egypt, I'm quitting.
Until next time.
Europe. Near, Germany?
You're our driver, Robbie.
That reminds me. What side of the road do transients drive on?
Just have the Hell Ride full of diesel and ready.
The Hellride doesn't take diesel. It's fueled by the screaming soul energy of the unavenged, the wronged, and the betrayed. And trust me, the Hellride's topped off. Hey, can I ask a favor? So, I read in your war journals, issue 47 to be specific, that you've been to Transient.
Is that a question?
More like a prompt. You know, to see if the journals were true, or if there was something you left out intentionally.
Ah, for intel.
Yes, definitely for intel. If so, War Journal number 47 is my favorite. So when you were surrounded by Hydra troops in that transient cemetery, did all that stuff...
You're an only child, aren't you?
Yes.
I guess you'd have to be. Caretaker used to tell us about Lilith's child, not Lilith's firstborn.
Can you imagine Hunter triplets?
That would have ended poorly. Caretaker always said she could barely handle one of you.
I could be, let us say, headstrong.
I can't imagine. It always strikes me how our families define so much about us. I wouldn't be who I am without my little brother. With my parents gone, I had to grow up fast, pay the bills, keep my grades up, and provide for Gabe, no matter what.
It must be difficult to be apart. You can go if you need to. We will not think less of you.
No, it's fine. He's staying with a family friend.
You keep in touch with him, don't you?
Yeah, I try to call him every day. He's healthy, happy, and safe. It's not easy to find that balance, but you have to do it. Without family, you lose a part of yourself. Wish we could do this all day.
Is there anything you can tell us about Tran?
Awesome. Thanks, Hunter. You're like a extra extended family to me.
To think, long ago the nation of Transia was once the seat of power for the heroic knights of Wundagore.
Might as well be Camp Hydra these days.
They're pulling in reinforcements from everywhere. But reinforcing what exactly?
Mount Wundagore. There's been something wrong with that place for as long as I can remember. Something like this.
Nothing wrong with that. Now we know where to strike. Time for a little payback on Queen Demon... No? Right. Make one slight mistake.
Handing my mother the last page of the Darkhold?
Bringing back the Hulk?
Okay, same mistake. Technically, fine. You take point then.
Roger that.
Actually, how about you let us handle things? The Sanctum, Tony's Gamma Death Star, Wanda. Think about it. Every time we listen to you all, some new catastrophe seems to happen. You're not our babysitter, Hunter.
You're our leader.
And we are the Midnight Suns. We're family.
And family's family. So this time...
We got your back.
Then what are we waiting for?
What if we aim for his heart or something?
He's not a vampire. He's a gamma-powered muscle man.
Juiced up with a heavy dose of Lilith's corruption.
In other words, we're screwed.
Look, I know Lilith is like a dark goddess with an extra angry Hulk as her number 2.
Don't forget the Parchment of Power. She's got that too, which is like super OP.
But we've got something that she doesn't.
A death wish?
No, dude. We've got friends. Each other. We're the Midnight Suns. And you know what we Suns do?
We rise.
We've got this, guys. We have to believe in ourselves if we're gonna pull this off. Blade, Robbie, you know what to do, right?
We'll see you soon, Nico.
Better not leave me hanging, because our entire continued existence depends on us.
Right. No pressure. It's just the end of the world.
Not if we can help it.
Caretaker's not mad we tagged him too long. Should we do
I'll be monitoring the troops' movements from here. You have a small window to strike the facility and get out.
What if we like the place and want to move in?
Watch it. If you want to prove yourself...
demon energy barriers, or jolly green monsters?
Then they're ours.
That room.
Lilith, too. So it was here, all along. Wanda was right.
She usually is.
Right. One problem at a time. Midnight Suns, assemble! Or whatever.
Yes. Midnight Suns assemble or whatever.
Line up!
Looks as if Lilith had sent every last Hydra goon she could find to guard the entrance.
Between the creepy glow and the howling demonic Hulk, I think we're running out of time.
We must not let them stand in our way.
Prepare.
That wasn't bad.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Hiding in plain sight. This shall be of great help.
Watch closely.
Now that was something.
You asked for it.
We cannot be turned back.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
Here we go.
For Hydra!
Target locked in.
Paltry attempt at concealment.
From the rift, her blood emerges. To think this was once hallowed ground, long before Lilith was entombed here.
Too bad it was the Hydra.
Honest, eons for this world. Not giving Hydra any more credit than I have to.
Nor should you.
light will heal you.
I feel better already. Once again.
Where'd you learn that one?
As they say, it gets the job done.
I'll give it a whirl. This should be good.
Hail Hydra! Pathetic. No retreat.
That hurt.
Your death won't be in vain.
Ugh, I still don't get why these guys keep fighting. It can't be the money. What else do mercenaries take in trade?
We both know what Lilith offers them, Nico. A false promise of eternity catered to every corrupted mind.
A spell carried on silent whispers.
Now is not the time to romanticize our peril.
Ready? This will certainly help.
Come on, let's do it.
Good effort.
pause for comfort.
Your phage's shield.
Regroup at position Tango. Your end is...
Don't think I will forget that.
Still waiting for that first win, huh? What's it been, like...
Rituals of their own not far from here.
A well-justified conclusion.
Wundagore resonates with the dark energies of Cathan. Even the mountains will contain his vile influence forever.
That will do.
Buy us some time!
Get inside while you can. Leave that to me.
Punch it!
Hell yeah!
You alone among your kind can serve as the conduit of my power, precious child. Liber tenebris reversus es nobis. Only a few moments longer. Together we will reforge the Darkhold and usher in...
It's over, lady!
Mother, no! Stop this!
Lucky shot. She won't hit me again.
But it is all for you. Everything I do is always for you, child.
Block her out! She gave up the right to call you that word when she sold her soul to that monster.
The truth shall reveal itself soon enough,
Even with her attention focused on that damn book, Lilith's barrier will not be easy to bring down.
Yeah, but the cave shore is.
Midnight suns, disassemble.
Now you're talking.
It's not the most elegant solution, but bringing the roof down on them will certainly put a damper on things.
Should've hit a few of those columns with the hell ride. I'm gonna tell Robbie you said that. About time. Restore our strength! It's weirdos like these that give people like us a bad reputation. Get some! Payback's gonna be fun. My mother! More fuel for the fire.
Do not waste your strength here, child. What has been set in motion cannot be undone. Will not be undone.
You have the power to stop this, Mother!
A debt of blood is owed, and a debt of blood shall be paid. Chthon will rise.
There's no convincing her. You know what you have to do.
My strength grows further. Way for vengeance! It is time!
far too long.
Don't speak as if you know me, demon. You haven't been my sister for centuries.
It saddens me to hear you say that. But there's still time for you to see things his way.
No one calling themselves the Midnight Sun will ever join your corrupted ranks. I promise you that.
This shall be of great help.
You had your chance to escape.
It is all coming back to me.
Lilith may have found the one man, or monster, capable of withstanding the dark energies of that book long enough to fully restore it.
Banner's been nothing but trouble since this whole thing started.
We both know what it is like to have a power that others desire, Blade.
I don't rip my clothes off and go berserk whenever I'm in a bad mood. Time to bleed.
I am impressed.
Do not stand a chance.
The darkness builds within you, Hunter.
Stark should have just nuked this place from orbit. You know he's got one somewhere.
We have enough problems with the Hulk as it is. I doubt that would calm his temper.
I say we do it anyway. Burn them all!
Behold the light's gift!
My strength grows! Looks like they call for help. Suffering begins. Somebody had a few skeletons in their closet. Innocent. That's a neat trick. It's on! Get ready.
Leave some for the rest of us.
Just come. Maybe you should teach me that one.
The temple will be buried for another 1,000 years.
God. That'll work.
I see not much has changed among the world's fanatics.
Is that the best you've got? That's not supposed to hurt.
You'll have to do better than that.
Additional Hydra forces en route. Get ready. We're on top of it. Nailed it. That barrier is still holding.
Liber tenebris reversus es nobi.
Get out of there, now! You've done more than anyone could ask.
Almost. Yo, Demon Lady! One thing before we go. This is for
Johnny Blaze.
No! The cell must not be interrupted!
Now we may leave.
Mother.
Your mother died centuries ago. Now get out of there.
wrong?
Everything.
Are you serious?
Yes, Robbie, I have eyes.
Dude, that's so freaking crazy.
Hunter, I may have found something of interest to you. The means to surmount that obstacle you were so interested in. The secret lies with the symbiote you recovered. If my suspicions are correct, it can be used to disrupt your troublesome ward in the same way that my own wards of protection fell at the Sanctum Sanctorum.
What do I have to do?
Without going off on an overly technical Starkian rant, the alien itself has a very unusual composition. Its seemingly gelatinous structure seems to interfere with the ward's resonance frequency when channeled with the appropriate magic.
You are not going to ask me to retrieve more of the creature, are you?
That shouldn't be necessary. Although a cooperative venom would be invaluable here, I think we can make do with what's left from before. I left a vial of the symbiote on my desk in the forge. If you're intent on removing the ward, take it with you. Discreetly.
Thank you for pursuing this further, Doctor. I doubt anyone else could have made this kind of discovery.
You're too kind, Hunter. Besides, I think our mutual friend has done quite well in guiding you so far.
We have many mutual friends, Doctor.
Oh, I think you know the one. But don't worry, your secret is safe with me.
Well, that is reassuring, Doctor.
And now I should be getting back to my work, but do be careful out there, Hunter, and don't forget about the vial on my desk.
Structure, which has
I
been
hope Aunt May
described
isn't
as some
watching
kind
this
of
because she's
ancient
going to
temple,
flip.
has suddenly appeared in the war-torn Republic
I'll try
of
to stop
Transia,
it, but
decimating a
You
remote
screwed up,
village at the
Robbie.
base of Mount
It's
Wonderful.
okay, you can say it.
These images,
Doesn't
taken
matter
by
who
tourists,
screwed up.
have been reposted
What
over
matters
2
is that
million
we're
times
screwed.
on every social media outlet with the hashtag #ApocalypseWow.
We're in the end game now.
Interesting. This is a distillate from the Venom symbiote. Strange thinks this will dispel the ward.
Wanda, there's something I ought to say to you.
The doctor crafted a strange brew that might bring down the ward.
Maybe he learned something new while snooping around in my library.
If nothing else, he knows about you, Agatha. That you are helping me.
He's a very perceptive man. Perhaps it's for the best. There's no sense in worrying about it now, at any rate. Let's see if you can banish this ward. Never a dull moment.
The doctor came up with something, but I am not so sure.
Try Strange's concoction on the ward.
These appear to be human bones.
I suspect we've finally found the last resting place of Hiram Shaw. Judging by the looks of this place, he was locked down here for quite some time. I can't say I pity him.
But how would he have ended up like this?
Someone sealed him in and made sure there was no chance of ever escaping.
Someone?
From what we've seen, I believe this was your mother's handiwork. She must have used the Darkhold page taken from Shaw to seal his fate. Literally. And I'm sure that means Sarah was at the very least aware of what Lilith had done.
Shaw should have been held accountable in public.
Perhaps. But neither of us is in a position to judge now.
After what he did to the Coven, I can see the difficulty in having a tempered response.
I can only imagine how angry Lilith and Sarah were when they finally arrived in Salem. In some ways, locking Shaw down here almost seems merciful.
I do not see the moon seal here.
You're right. I don't sense its power here either. Perhaps Shaw's study deserves a closer look. There must be something we've missed.
These bones have not been disturbed in a very long time. These bones have not been disturbed in a very long time.
There must be something here we've missed.
The gods are fickle. The goddess disagrees. Autumn must not see it that way. These drawings.
They're witch warrens. Places where a witch might hide using magical means. Judging from the detail he put into these, Shaw must have studied the warrens for a long time before making his move.
He tortured them there.
Yes, I suspect so.
Why?
The witches wouldn't give up the Moon Seal. Our gift doomed the Salem Coven to an unimaginable fate. These drawings may yet be useful. I will bring them back to the library for further study. Meet me there tomorrow night.
How long did the Salem witches hide here before meeting their end? This place looks so lonely. How long did the Salem witches hide here before meeting their end?
These are drawings of witch warrens. I'll bring them back to the library for further study.
Heading to book club. Are you?
Meet you there.
Let's get moving.
I like this book, but I can't explain why. Maybe I'll figure it out as we discuss it.
I should not be this nervous about what you all thought of the book. Even the best translations from Kree lose subtext.
more we work together, the more I'm impressed. And I'm hard to... Everyone ready to kick this off?
I am ready.
Carol, this was your book, so you can start.
I'll throw it back to you. What did you think of the book?
I had a rough time with it.
You didn't like it?
Didn't say that. At first I spent more time referencing the glossary than reading the book.
Sounds familiar. What changed?
I noticed a kind of rhythm to the words. I began to see them as lyrics to a song. All that dry talk faded and it finally came together. The lyrics made it feel much bigger than a chapter on Kree farming implements.
This book was about much more than farming.
Exactly. The rhythm to it helped paint a bigger picture. Once I caught on, I kept reading and didn't rely on the glossary. I picked everything up from context. That's when I realized none of this was about farming. I'm surprised how much stuck with me, despite some concepts being legit alien to me.
Agreed. For me, the rhythm wasn't lyrics. It was more like the book was written to a cadence.
That's why I had you read it on your Spark. The mnemonic lexicon won't work with a hard copy.
The what now?
An ancient Kree technique. It helps you remember text that would otherwise be considered... There's no Kree word for stuffy, but essentially that. But all that's packaging. Let's get into the book itself. Hunter, did you figure out what the bloom and the harvest represent?
The bloom is poorly defended territory behind enemy lines. The harvest is when you strike that territory and then fade away.
That's an important aspect, but it's more than just an attack strategy. It's about what comes after. At the time of the book's writing, the Kree cared most about integrating captured territory while still expanding their empire. Conquered worlds came with people. Rather than treat them as prisoners, the Kree provided them with most benefits enjoyed by Kree citizens. This period is known as the Cultivation.
So the bloom was when they gained full citizenship under their conquerors?
No, it's when the world requested it. As long as they could feed themselves with Kree farming techniques and defend their world with Kree defenses, the request was granted with few exceptions.
So what's the harvest?
As part of the service required by the Empire, many of these new citizens began the cultivation of freshly conquered worlds.
So they were living examples. Show the newly conquered what they could achieve if they went along with the Empire.
That's also how vampires work.
Carol, I think I pieced together the Kree strategy.
Do tell.
It's all tied to agriculture. Every soldier knows you can't fight if you can't eat, but they applied this to their expansion. Till the field, sow the seed, pull the weed, reap the crop. It means the Kree wouldn't advance until the territory they took was secure and productive.
If your enemy knows how you will act, they can prepare.
Certainly, for other spacefaring empires. But most worlds had no idea the Kree existed until the invasion was underway. But the Kree expansion had momentum. They could afford to push harder because their whole weight was behind the advance. Unless a world could push just as hard, it would eventually fall under Kree control. Carol, how was that?
Close enough to impress me. The strategy in Volume 32 wasn't perfect, but it worked out for the Kree far more often than it failed.
What happened when it failed?
That's covered in Volume 33.
And that's Book Club. Steve, you're up next. What's your book?
The Mantle of Authority, by General Chester Phillips.
Is this the one you keep saying I should read?
The very same. Now you have to. It's Book Club.
Before I forget, I asked Logan to join us next time.
He said yes?
He can read?
I can't wait to see how this goes.
I hope you enjoy the book I chose.
Why do you say that?
It's about people who weren't around until after your death. But I'm sure you'll figure out the context.
So why choose this book?
Volume 30 was way too spicy for this crowd.
Go on.
I'm kidding. It's relevant to what we're facing today. Hydra, the Lilin, your mom, they seem to have the upper hand all over the world.
Sure, but I want to hear more about that spicy book.
I guarantee you don't. Ancient Kree takes on population husbandry are, let's call it, mechanically quaint.
Right, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how spicy?
-5. Ration paste bland, apartment wall vanilla, hotel art banal, even the diagrams are boring.
How so?
It's all geometric shapes. Until I realized they were representational, I was extremely confused about Kree biology. Let's just say that I can never look at an octagon the way I used to.
Okay, just between us, Carol's book was extremely weird, right?
I learned a thing or two.
What, how to grow turnips on the moon?
That is harsh.
I didn't think it was that bad. But interstellar agriculture as a metaphor for planetary conquest, not what I expected.
You should be honest with Carol.
I'm always honest with Carol. But if I tell her it was a weird book, I'll sound like I don't know much about her adopted culture.
And how is that bad? You do not know, so this is the perfect opportunity to ask.
Good point. All right, I'll do it. Thanks, Hunter.
Good luck.
You leaving?
Yeah, I am done.
Good meeting. Carol, I had some more thoughts on the book.
You do? You must have really liked it.
He's close, Hunter. Chthon is slithering his way into this dimension. I can feel it.
Oh?
You were right about Lilith's tomb.
Did you just say I was right about something?
I did. Just as you were probably right about other things, too. Many other things. You let an old, stubborn immortal let you take the blame for so much.
You were hurting. You needed something to point to.
And here I was thinking I was the one who was supposed to take care of all of you. I am sorry, Wanda. For everything.
So am I.
I see you and Caretaker are on the mend.
Seems so. I should be happy about it. But how can I be happy about anything when the Temple of Chthon is wreaking havoc on my home? I grew up in Transia, you know. In a remote village at the foot of Mount Wondercore. It's all destroyed now. Along with those poor people's lives.
Wanda, I am so sorry.
Not as sorry as they are. I can promise you that.
We will save them. That I can promise.
And I'd like to be around to help them. But first, we have to stop your mom. I'm afraid of her, you know. Of seeing her. I mean, what if it happens again? What if she turns me back into bad Wanda? What if I go dark?
If it came to that, we would find a way of removing her corruption again.
I appreciate that, but I don't think you're going to have time for all that while you're also trying to stop Chthon from tentacle climbing into this dimension.
You're right. We probably would not have time to save you.
You wouldn't?
I'm joking.
Oh, you almost got me there.
No one is leaving you behind, ever again.
Promise?
Cross my heart.
Well, I ought to get back to the news. See what new horrors are befalling my hometown.
Do not watch too much of it. The overconsumption of news media is supposed to be bad for your mental health. Especially during an apocalypse.
There are worse things for your mental health, Hunter. And I'm pretty sure I've experienced them all. I'll take my chances with a little cable news. Night. Need to unburden, Hunter?
Boy, did we really blow it back there, didn't we, Hunter? Yay, we did it. Ugh, the first time we're actually trusted to sit in the driver's seat, the first freaking time, and we couldn't stop her. We dropped a mountain on her head, and Lilith still managed to summon the Temple of Chthon. Way to go, team!
It is not the end of the world, Nico.
Yes, it is! Like it's literally the end of the world. The Temple of Chthon is here, and soon giant flying squid god will come to feast on all of our souls.
Nico, I am not going to let that happen. Chosen one, remember?
How come you always manage to say the exact right thing to make me feel better?
It is one of my secret superpowers.
You mean not so secret superpower? Alright, I'm gonna stay out here a while and lick my wounds for a little bit longer. Thanks for, checking up on me.
Anytime.
Hey.
I used to run away when the world got crazy, but now, I just get
Can you not feel it, child? The end is upon us.
You have gone too far, Mother.
I could say the same to you, child. Leaving me for dead and buried under that mountain. What a way to treat your mother.
Next time I will use a bigger mountain.
Say what you must, but I saw the hesitation in your eyes. Besides, you won't get another chance. The Darkhold is finally complete. The prophecy draws to its close. The Midnight Sun is coming, and with it, him. We will all have our final parts to play. Will you be ready when the curtain rises?
If everything you do is truly for me, Mother, then I beg you to stop. Let us both return to our graves and let the world know peace.
You almost sound like him.
I thought we could not talk about him here.
Don't be ridiculous, not him. Him. Your father. He once said something similar to me, several lifetimes ago.
I have never heard of you speak of him until now.
We close upon the end of a billion years prophecy. Forgive me if I'm a bit sentimental. I sometimes wonder if I could bring his soul to this place. To have him stand once more beside me. Beside us.
I implore you, do not. In his death, he has been spared the sight of the foul creature you have become. I envy him for that. What? No snappy comeback? Promises that we shall be reunited under the glorious eye of the Midnight Sun?
No, child. Not this time.
Agatha?
I'm sorry to intrude, dear. Do you have a moment?
For you? Of course.
You always came to me for advice when vexed by a difficult problem. Never Sarah.
Agatha, does something trouble you? Perhaps I can return the favor.
And now you're the one reading my mind.
You used to read my mind?
It's an expression, my dear.
I choose to believe you. So, what do you need?
I don't know how to say this without sounding melodramatic, but... despite our actions, the prophecy unfolds. Chthon's return seems inevitable. Yet all I can do for the people I love is haunt a library and play macabre tour guide.
Agatha...
I should be here with Sarah and yourself, helping to bring the team together. But I never have felt more... useless. I'm sorry, Hunter. I'll leave you to your rest.
Agatha, wait. Good night.
Agatha. Hunter, I'm coming in. Where is she? I heard you speaking with her.
I am surprised you can hear Agatha.
Then you don't deny it?
Why would I? Especially to you.
Why didn't you tell me earlier? Why didn't you tell Caretaker?
I made a promise not to tell.
To who?
Agatha.
Then why now?
Because if you can hear Agatha, the two of you need to have a long talk.
I don't know if I could face her.
Then let me talk to her.
All right. I'm trusting you, Hunter.
Good night.